Welcome back to the deep dive. Glad to have you with us again. Today, we're really getting into something crucial, something that's maybe the biggest leverage point in communication. We're talking about headlines. The art and the science behind crafting ones that truly connect, that make the right people stop and pay attention. It's not just about being catchy. It's deeper than that. It's about psychology, about triggers. We all sort of know headlines matter, but maybe we underestimate just how much, right? Even seasoned pros. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, absolutely. And unpack is the right word because it's often seen as just, the title. But it's so much more. I like to think of it as the ignition for the entire conversion engine. Think about your own experience. Every ad, every email subject line, every article you scroll past, that headline is the first hurdle. If it doesn't grab you, if that little mental door doesn't swing open, then whatever amazing stuff is behind it, it stays unseen. Doesn't matter how good it is. Honestly, getting the headline right is probably the fastest way to boost engagement, boost conversions without touching anything else. That's huge leverage.
Ignition. Yeah, I really like that framing. It definitely sets a higher bar than just, getting a click. Okay, so it's massively important, we get that. But if the headline isn't supposed to sell the whole thing or explain everything right then and there, what is its one job, its core purpose, and where do people usually mess this up?
Right. This is key. The single solitary job of a headline is this. Stop the right person and make them want to know more. That's it. Full stop. It's not about cramming everything in. It's not about trying to be super clever just for the sake of it. The big mistake. Trying to do too much, trying to sell or really inform or appeal to absolutely everyone. When you aim that broad, you usually hit no one specific. It's about targeted engagement. And that comes down to basically three things working together: curiosity, relevance, and just crystal clear clarity. Anything else is just adding to the noise.
Okay, that simplifies it, but also makes it sound harder in a way. It's not just stopping anyone, it's stopping the right one. So how do we do that? How do we actually, get inside their heads? This is where the psychology comes in, right? Because we're not just passively scrolling. Our brains are scanning, filtering, looking for specific things. What are those sort of internal questions popping up when someone sees a headline?
Exactly right. Our brains are filtering machines. They have to be, with the amount of information thrown at us. And good headlines, they don't just state something. They tap into these really core, often subconscious questions or triggers. There are three main ones. First, there's the personal benefit. That immediate, almost selfish thought, what's in this for me? How does this help me? The headline hints at a better future, an easier way, a solution to their problem.
Okay, the what's in it for me trigger. Makes sense. What's the second one?
The second is tapping into a gap in knowledge. This is powerful. It triggers thoughts like, wait, why haven't I heard this? Am I missing out on something important? It creates like an open loop in their mind. Curiosity kicks in. They need to close that loop by finding out more.
Ah, the curiosity gap. Yeah, I can see how that works. And the third?
Trigger is a sense of urgency or danger. This one's potent. I need to know this now. Or if I don't find out about this, I might face a negative consequence. This could be about missing a limited time offer, avoiding a common mistake, or understanding a critical threat or opportunity. Really effective headlines. They often hit one of these triggers hard, the truly great ones. Sometimes they manage to hit two or even all three. They become almost irresistible.
Benefit, knowledge gap, urgency. Okay, that's a really clear framework. It's like the brain's internal checklist for paying attention. But knowing the triggers is one thing. How do we translate that into actual headlines? Are there proven structures or types of headlines that just work? Some reliable formats we can use as starting points?
Absolutely. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time. There are definitely battle-tested headline structures, archetypes almost, that consistently tap into those triggers. Think of them as shortcuts to effective communication. Let's look at 6 really reliable ones. We can break down why they work.
Great, let's get practical. What's the first type?
Okay, first up, how-to headlines. These are absolute classics. They're perfect for teaching something, solving a specific problem, delivering a skill. They directly promise a benefit, learning how to do something desirable. The trick is often hinting at doing it better or easier. Like the example, how to sell anything without sounding like a salesman. See, it offers the skill, selling, but removes the pain point, sounding pushy.
Right, solves a problem and removes an objection. Smart. Okay, what's next?
Number 2, list headlines, or listicles. You see these everywhere for a reason. They promise organized, easy-to-scan information. Our brains like lists. They set clear expectations. Using a specific number helps, and sometimes adding a little twist makes them even more clickable, like 7 things great copywriters never do, and one they always do. That and one they always do. Pure curiosity gap right there.
Yeah, that extra bit makes you think, okay, what's the one thing? Very effective. All right, number 3.
Third, we have question headlines. These are great because they directly engage the reader. They make you pause and, well, reflect on your own situation. The best ones feel personal and often hint at a potential issue or a missed opportunity. Something like, are you making this $10,000 mistake with your website? It's direct and implies a significant cost or benefit if you avoid the mistake, and it makes you immediately wonder, am I?
That feels very direct, almost confronting, but in a useful way. Okay, number 4.
Fourth is the command headline. These are very direct, often urgent, and feel authoritative. They tell the reader what to do, or maybe even more powerfully, what to stop doing. They create a sense of action, implying there's a better way. For instance, stop writing copy that wastes time. Do this instead. It's bold, it identifies a pain point, wasted time, and promises an immediate solution.
Stop doing X, do Y instead. Simple, powerful. Okay, 2 more types.
Yep. Number 5 is the intrigue headline. These work by hinting at secrets, creating those open loops we talked about. They make you feel like you're about to get exclusive access. They play heavily on that gap in knowledge trigger, a classic example. What the bestsellers know, but never say out loud. It feels like you're being invited behind the curtain. Very compelling.
Oh, yeah, the insider secret angle. I like that. And the last one, number 6.
Finally, number 6, testimonial-style headlines. These leverage social proof right in the headline itself. They often tell a mini-story or state a verifiable result achieved by someone else. This builds instant credibility and makes the potential benefit feel much more real and achievable. Like, I tried this one change and tripled my conversions in 3 days. It's specific, it shows a dramatic result, and it comes across as relatable proof.
Those 6 types cover a lot of ground. How to, list, question, command, intrigue, testimonial. That's a solid toolkit. Now let's talk about the actual words. We hear about power words all the time. Are they real? What are some examples? And crucially, how do we use them effectively without just sounding, hypey or spammy?
Oh, power words are definitely real. Certain words just have more, well, psychological punch. They stop the eye, trigger emotions faster. Think of words like, that's probably the most powerful one. Then there's now, free, secret, new, instant, because proven, hidden, guaranteed. Also things like danger, simple, easy, truth, never weird, revealed. These words connect directly back to those core triggers. Benefit, free, proven, easy, curiosity, secret, hidden, revealed. Urgency, now instant. Or even addressing fear, danger, never. Okay, so we have this list of potent words, but this is the really important part. Their power isn't inherent in the word itself. It comes from relevance. You can't just sprinkle secret or guaranteed everywhere and expect magic. It has to genuinely connect with what the reader already cares about, what they're looking for, what problem they have. If it feels forced or out of place or unbelievable, it backfires. It sounds like hype. So the skill isn't just knowing the words. It's knowing your audience well enough to choose the right power word that resonates with their specific needs and mindset. It's precision, not just volume.
Relevance is the amplifier. Got it. So you can't just be loud, you have to be loud about the right thing, which leads perfectly into the next big idea, matching the headline to the audience's awareness. How does knowing who we're talking to change the headline we should use?
This is absolutely critical. It's often the missing link between a headline that could work and one that actually does. You can't talk to someone who doesn't even know they have a problem the same way you talk to someone who's ready to buy your specific solution. Makes sense, right? They're generally seen as 5 levels of audience awareness. Get the level wrong, and your message just won't land.
Okay, 5 levels. Let's break them down. What's the first level?
Level 1 is unaware. These people don't know they have a problem, and they certainly don't know solutions exist. For them, your headline needs to focus purely on grabbing attention through intrigue or curiosity. You're planting a seed. Example, what happens when you stop selling and start doing this instead? It doesn't assume anything. It just tries to pique interest.
Okay, unaware is about creating curiosity. What's level 2?
Level 2 is problem aware. Now, they know they have a problem or a pain point, but they don't know their solutions yet. So your headline should focus on that problem and promise a fix. You're meeting them where they are, like the easiest way to get more leads without more traffic. They know they need leads. The problem, you're promising an easy way, the fix.
Got it. They know the pain, you offer the aspirin. Level 3.
Level 3, solution aware. They know the problem, and they know solutions exist, but they haven't chosen one yet. They might not know about your type of solution. Here, you need to show them why your kind of solution is the best path. You might compare options or offer a shortcut. Example, why email still beats social media, and how to make it work fast. It acknowledges other solutions, social media, but argues for yours, email, and adds a benefit, works fast.
Right. Differentiating your approach. Okay, level 4, almost there.
Level 4 is product aware. They know about solutions like yours, and they likely know about your specific product or service, but they're not totally convinced yet. Your headline needs to provide proof, build credibility, show results, maybe use testimonials. Something like, over 12,000 customers use this to triple your daily clicks. It's specific, offers social proof, and highlights a result tied to your product.
Okay, proof and results for the product aware. And the final level, number 5.
Level 5 is the most aware. These people know your product, they trust you, they probably want it, they just need a reason to buy now. So your headline focuses on the deal, the offer, urgency, a special bonus, a final nudge. Example, today only, get 60% off our best-selling conversion course. It's direct, assumes they know the course, and creates urgency with the discount and time limit.
Unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, most aware. Wow, that's a really useful lens for crafting headlines. It makes you think much more strategically. But you mentioned earlier the temptation to be clever. This happens a lot, right? Well,
All right.
especially when writers want to show off a bit. Let's talk about clarity versus cleverness. Who is the headline really for?
Oh, absolutely. It's such a combo crap, and honestly, I think we've all fallen into it at some point. You craft this headline, you think, wow, that's brilliant.
Hmm.
But the absolute non-negotiable truth is this. Cleverness flatters the writer. Clarity serves the reader. That's the golden rule. End of story. Your goal isn't to win a wordplay award. It's to get the right person to understand your message instantly and want to know more. If they have to stop and figure out your clever pun or your obscure metaphor, you've lost them. Their attention span is fractions of a second online.
Right. They're scanning, not studying your prose.
Exactly. Let's make it super clear with an example. Imagine you're selling a guide on writing product descriptions. A clear headline. How to write product descriptions that sell. Boom. Instant understanding. Benefit is clear. A clever but confusing headline. Crafting commerce-driven syntax to woo your wallets. I mean, what? It sounds
Yeah.
fancy, maybe. But does the average person immediately grasp what it means and how it helps them? Probably not. One gets clicks, the other gets maybe a chuckle from another writer, but loses the sale. Clarity wins. Simplicity wins.
Right.
Almost every single time.
Clarity serves the reader.
Yeah.
That's definitely going in my notes. It's humbling realizing how much rides on that simple, clear opening. Okay, so before someone hits publish or send on their next campaign, is there like a quick mental checklist? A few questions to ask yourself to make sure the headline is solid. What are the must-ask questions?
Yes, definitely. A little pre-flight check is always a good idea. Before you finalize that headline, run it through these 5 questions. 1, does it promise a clear benefit or result? Is the what's in it for me obvious? 2, does it tap into curiosity or urgency? Does it create that itch to know more or act now? 3, is it speaking to the right level of audience awareness? Using that framework we just discussed. Are you meeting them where they are?
Okay, benefit, curiosity, urgency, awareness level. What else?
4, can it be understood in under, say, 3 seconds? Seriously, glance at it. Is the meaning instant? If not, simplify. And 5, maybe the most crucial gut check. Would you honestly click on it if you saw this scrolling through your own feed or in your inbox? Would it stop you? Be brutally honest. If the answer is meh or probably not, then why would anyone else click? You need to fix it.
That last one, would I click it? That's the real acid test, isn't it? Easy to skip when you're close to the project. Okay, this is all incredibly helpful for people who might still feel a bit overwhelmed or just want a starting point. You mentioned formulas earlier. Can these help kickstart the process, like templates for good headlines?
Absolutely. Think of them less as rigid rules and more as proven psychological frameworks or skeletons you can build upon. Our research points to like over 25 tested formulas that work because they inherently bake in those principles of benefit, curiosity, specificity, and so on. They're fantastic starting points, especially when you're staring at a blank screen. They ensure you're hitting the right notes.
Can you give us a couple of examples of these powerful formulas?
Sure. 2 really effective ones are, first, how to achieve desired result without common pain or objection. This one is gold because it tackles both aspiration, the result, and aversion, the pain, head on. It promises the good stuff while simultaneously removing a key fear or obstacle. Very powerful.
Okay, result without the pain. That makes sense. What's another one?
Another great one is the secret to highly desirable outcome. This directly hits that curiosity gap, that insider knowledge trigger. It implies exclusivity, hidden information, a shortcut to something people really want. It feels valuable just reading the headline. Using formulas like these gives you a solid structure, ensures you're incorporating proven psychological triggers, and lets you focus on plugging in your specific audience benefits and message.
That's really practical. Formulas as starting points, not straitjackets.
Well, this has been incredibly illuminating. It really drives home that the headline isn't just a part of the message. It's arguably the highest leverage part. Get it right, and everything else gets a chance. Get it wrong, and all that effort behind the headline might just go completely unnoticed. Precisely. You said it perfectly. Conversion, connection, engagement. It doesn't start when they're halfway down your page. It starts in that split second they see the headline. That's the spark. That's what ignites their interest and pulls them in. No spark, no fire. It really is the foundation for everything that follows.
So here's something for you, our listeners, to think about. As you go through your day today, start paying active attention to the headlines around you. News sites, emails, social media ads, YouTube video titles. Don't just read them passively. Analyze them. Ask yourself, does this promise a benefit? Does it make me curious? Is it urgent? Who do I think they're targeting with this? Is it clear or just trying too hard to be clever? And then the big question, how can you start using these ideas right now to craft more effective doors for your own messages, your own ideas, to capture the attention of the right people? That power to connect, it really starts with that first line, something to think about.